and build momentum. Agree? Yes. Today we rise higher. With bold conversations and hands-on learning, we will stretch our boundaries, elevate our practice, and strengthen our impact as nurse leaders. So let's show up our heart, share with courage, and lead with purpose. Thank you for being here and enjoy the day.
Thank you, convenience. I now call upon President of NANA, Uma Maheshwari Dewa, to give the inaugural address.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to day 2. Well, hope everyone got some sleep, got some energy back. So it was a light room yesterday, right? So welcome to this powerful day 2. An incredible day, one filled with so much of various sessions, knowledge. Yes, it was a lengthy day, but I heard the lengthy day was a powerful day, giving you much energy, so I'm happy to hear that. Well, right? Thank you so much. Thank you. Well, stepping into day 2, we want to continue that momentum as we take a deep dive into our theme, engage, educate, and empower. So let's remember, we have scheduled wonderful speakers with a great mission and vision who are here to support us in that journey of ours. We are honored to welcome our esteemed keynote speakers, Dr. Kate Boston-Larry from American Nurses Association. We are here to thank you. And to our esteemed guest, and keynote speaker, Mr. Rodrigo Bruay from True Merit. Thank you. And Dr. Marie Molina of Jefferson Health. Thank you for being here with us. I want to thank all our keynote speakers for sharing your leadership and vision and joining us today on a weekend to spend time with us. Thank you. As we begin, I wanted to say, stay curious, stay engaged, stay connected, stay open to all the opportunities available. Because this day, we never know what this day is going to bring to us, right? We have so much of learning going on over here. So keep in mind, keep it open. Welcome all our breakout session podium presenters too, as you are going through the day, because there's so much of interesting topics that's coming. So please stay tuned with us, and thank you for being here, and wish you all the very best and to enjoy another day too. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Maheshwari. I now call upon NINA's ANCC Program Director, Dr. Suki Sangha, and NINA's Professional Development Chair, Dr. Manju Samuel, to present the ANCC statement and disclosure.
Good morning, everybody. NCC statement is brought here for the day. National Association of Indian Nurses Association is accredited as a provider of nursing continuing professional development by American Nurses Credentialing Centers Commission on Accreditation. There is no conflict of interest for any planner or presenter involved with this activity except Dr. Alessandro Tuduca serves as a speaker for Edwards Life Sciences at the TBT division. NCC statement of disclosure. Attendees will earn 5.75 contact hours by completing this activity, and 9 criteria for successful completion requires attendance for entire activity. After completion of the post-conference evaluation, the certificate of completion will be emailed to participants within 2 weeks.
Thank you, Manju. We had a really brilliant day yesterday. So great that my voice is going. So thank you, Manju, for taking it over. I am really glad that it's so much joy and pleasure being here, and to think of all the amazing speakers we have is phenomenal. And look at some of these learning outcomes. By the end of participation in today's activities, we hope that you have enhanced understanding of advanced practice roles and responsibilities, increased knowledge of evidence-based practices, and their application in clinical settings, development of leadership skills to influence policy and advocate for nursing practice, and strengthened networking capabilities to foster collaboration among nursing professionals. Thank you so much, and please do not forget to do those CE evaluations at the end of today.
Thank you, Dr. Suki Sangha and Dr. Manju Samuel.
Now I invite NIDA Secretary, Dr. Inagural, to introduce our keynote speaker.
It's my great pride and honor to introduce Dr. Katie Boston-Leary. She's a very accomplished speaker, so we're very excited to have her here. She's the Senior Vice President of Equity and Engagement for the American Nurses Association. She addresses DEIB and workforce challenges within the profession, something that is near and dear to all of our hearts. Katie is an adjunct professor at the University of Maryland School of Nursing and School of Nursing at Case Western University, Case Western Reserve University. She's a board member for St. John's University's health programs, Democratic AI, and Indianapolis Health and Editorial Advisory Board member with Nursing Management, Nursing 2025, and ACHE. Katie leads the National Commission to Address Racism in Nursing Forum and has served on the National Academy of Science and Medicine's National Plan to address clinician well-being, supported by previous U.S. Surgeon General. She was recently inducted as a Distinguished Fellow at the Academy of Diversity Leaders in Nursing with the National Black Nurses Association and will be inducted this year as a Fellow for the American Organization of Nursing Leadership, AONL. It is with great pride that I ask Dr. Katie Boston-Leary to please step up.
Good morning, everyone. I have to say that I am really happy to be here. I appreciated breaking bread with you last night as well, and meeting some of you and hearing your stories. And whenever I come to a minority ethnic nursing association event, I'm particularly grateful for you because I know that a number of you are here on your own dime. Many organizations that you work for do not cover this. And I hear that story whenever I go out, and it's important for you to have this community. Even hearing the story about meeting someone after 40 years. And the thing about being in these spaces where you have common backgrounds and people you can relate with, where you can speak without even saying a word, makes a huge difference, especially since a lot of us operate in spaces that are led by people of a dominant culture. And you have to be intentional with rejecting it. Part of how you deal with that is building trust. What you're doing in this space and in this room. Building trust with your patients. And yes, we also have to care, but care differently. Meet people where they are. And don't let anybody else tell you this, that love does not belong where you work. You deserve to be loved, and you deserve to love, and nurses who deserve to be loved on. Love is what by Dr. West. Tenderness is what love looks like in private, but justice is what love looks like in public. So with all that I share with you, and all that you know, and all that you are, and all that you're becoming, the work that we have to do, get outside the door. It's not limited to your space, that you can go beyond. I thank you for your time. I thank you for your ears and your eyes and your hearts. And I wish you would be amazing best.
Few of us were at that February conference, and we're coming back again.
Yes.
So help us understand how you see this group coming behind, other than 1, 2, or 3 candidates attending the conference.
Yeah, thank you for that question. I think it's really that coalition and community that we need to build, because I know that one conference is not going to fix all the things that we need to address. But there are a number of things that have come as a result of that conference, where people said, I was inspired by that film, How to Heal that we showed. And we have a number of colleges of nurses that are coming together. They're just trying to talk about, again, how they'll apply a lot of these concepts. Because we have to evolve nursing education. And they're looking at how to evolve nursing education, because it's easy to feel stuck. And the key thing about this work is that for us not to feel stuck, where we all know that there's individual effort that we can all apply to move forward, no matter where you are. Of course, we all have to manage our own risk because, you all have various risk tolerance based on where you are. I think organizations that work with that are more open to doing real work in the space, and there's some that are completely shut down. So you have to manage your risk, lean on community, and look for a lot of the larger movements to see how you can be a part of it, in or outside. But this is not the time to do this cross comparison to say, I'm doing this, why not do what I'm doing? This is not the time. Everyone's work is going to be different. Everybody fights differently. Some do it more covertly, some people are more overt. Some people have risk, some people don't. So the key thing is that we just keep moving forward, right? In the small ways, that singularity piece, and the large ways where we pull people together and talk to each other about how we do that, and measure progress. Thank you for that question. And see you in February.
We had a few questions about here.
I want to thank Katie for such a wonderful opening address and keynote speaker. I've known Katie for so many years, the influencer, the mentor, the educator, the administrator, every hat she wears. And thank you so much, Katie. I've been wanting to have Katie at our conference. She wanted her to see what we do as a minority business association. And thank you for honoring us and coming and giving us your time. Excellent presentation, and I know that many of us are going to take away some key messages. And the most important was that fish getting out of the bowl, right? And then come back in, and so we get out of our comfort zone, and then, say, do we belong here? Do we belong here? And so this is something for us as Indian nurses and the community of the National Association of Indian Nurses of America to take away that you bring more wishes into that bowl. That means go out, increase our membership, and make the difference. But thank you for that. Thank you.
It's not a question, it's a comment. You gave us a lot of wow moments. We heard, not only from ears, from the heart. You immersed us and you took us in a roller coaster. At the end, left us with a lot of feelings, the thoughts, amazing. I love the visuals what we have given. Awesome job. Thank you so much.
With that, I invite Dr. Lydia Albuquerque, who is the advisory board member, to facilitate and present with that association.
She's been since the day Dr. Lydia Albuquerque had introduced Dr. Kim Boston. She's been another inspiring mentor of me. The way she came across the first time I met her, I still remember in one of the ANA assembly meetings, the word she said was, back today, she is a role model of that. And it was so humbling, honoring to see that in a leader like her, where she demonstrated that in every aspect. And thank you, Shuri, for bringing that here and conveying that message to us, and I hope everyone takes it. Thank you.
Now I invite Dr. Maria Molina for the next.
Hi, it's an honor and privilege to introduce our next speaker, Dr. Maria Molina. She is globally recognized as a nurse practitioner, specializing in heart transplantation and cardiogenomics. With over 15 years at Penn Medicine, she has led innovation in transplant care, integrating genomics into the clinical practice. A past Nurses Society for 2023-24. Dr. Molina has delivered lectures in over 16 countries across Asia, Europe, and America. Her dedication in advancing this personalized, equitable healthcare is reflected in her extensive publication and international collaboration. Please welcome Dr. Maria Molina for her next speech.
So first of all, thank you very much, Dr. Lear, for opening. It's really like giving us all the energy and all those excitement, empowering each other. I also want to thank Binu and Brooke for actually inviting me here. Also my colleague here, Bertha Vincent, I used to work with her at the University of Pennsylvania, with her transplantation. When I was asked to come here, I was so privileged and honored and very humbled at the same time because, as I mentioned to Uma, I'm one of you. I'm part of the family. I might be Filipino, but our roots, our vision, our hard work, and our persistence, our resilience, we are one. And I'm super, super honored to be part of this dialogue and conversation on the global stage. So we can collaborate internationally, and then we can work with other leaders, and then that way we can also propel our nursing profession. So what is a trailblazer? Trailblazing means creating a path where none exists so others might follow with greater ease. So I hope to be a mentor to other people who's looking for other ways to find the path and make sure you know the why, and also it's important to you to lead with a purpose, because if you're not happy doing what you're doing, then it's not going to be trailblazing at all. It'll be more of a problem. So these are our references, and the Institute of Medicine actually called for us to be leaders, and then leading change and advancing health. And I'm hoping that all of you from this forum will advance and propel the nursing profession. And I thank you for your time, and thank you.
It's not a question, it's a comment. You give a lot of personal examples and move for the back. I love the final one, the trailblazer. Yes, we all need to think about that. Never look like the brand. You are creating the brand. So that way, people can follow you. I love that. Thank you.
Great information, and what I've heard a lot from folks today is that you're not always able to go back to school, not always able to go with that certification. What would you say for that bedside nurse that represents the majority of the advanced practice role? How can they use their voice to be at first reason?
So, if you're not able to get certification, and as I said, I mentioned earlier, this is an era of AI and YouTube. So you don't need to get certified, but if you know the language when you talk to the workroom, if you use bottlenecks, the increments, so it's like go to YouTube, learn about Six Sigma. Six Sigma is the language of the MBAs and the leaders. If you know this language, when you go to the boardroom, you sound like, oh, she might be certified with this. So if you don't have time and money, use YouTube and AI. So, unfortunately, I have to get all those certification, but at this time, it's all in YouTube. So,
To talk and reminding us that projections are not really projections, but redirection.
thank you so much. All right, thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Richard's here is my buddy, so if you need anything, I'm able to help. You guys are my sisters.
Well, it's been a powerful morning listening back-to-back sessions, and remember, this is your safe space. As a community, we come together, right? Talking about DEI, and because these days, as you know, there's not been much space, safe spaces out there to talk about DEI. That word seems to became like a stigma now at this point. With that being said, it's been an inspiring session back to back as we listen through this. And you know what? I really wanted to make a point about how we demonstrate that. Nina, we bring in leaders from every other diverse community on this session, right? And there is a reason for that, because we, as Dr. Melinda said, we are the immigrants. We are one among everybody. And every stage, it's not just us. When we say us, who are us? It doesn't matter who are the people of color. We have everybody on this stage here. We have everybody as speakers here. We want to make it empowering, right? So there is no difference. We are all immigrants working here together, working towards the same goal. It could be tomorrow the Indian nurses speaking at the Filipino nurses stage, or the Filipino nurses coming in and speaking with us, or the Black Nurses Association leader coming and speaking with us. As you know, we saw the AMA leaders, we saw the Filipino leaders. We will be there tomorrow. We are always there together, and we are one. Thank you for saying that.
I invite Piano's Advisory Board Chair and Naina's Fundraising Chair, Sarah I, to introduce our keynote speaker.
It's an honor and privilege to introduce our next speaker, Rodrigo Guay, MBA. Rodrigo Guay is Chief Global Affairs Officer for TrueMerit, a non-profit organization serving the global community of healthcare professionals by providing services for career, mobility, professional development, and care model evaluations. In that role, Rodrigo leads the organization's global affairs strategy, building relationships, advocating for better policies, and providing thought leadership. Rodrigo has extensive experience in non-profit leadership and management, global policy, and international affairs. He has represented organizations at the United Nations and its agencies, the G20, the World Bank, and the European Union, among others. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Rodrigo Guay.
First of all, I want to thank Nina and all of you for inviting me here. It's a great pleasure. I hope you have spent a really good day yesterday, and that today the work is also very beneficial for you all, for your careers. And I hope to contribute to that as well. I'm not a nurse. I'm a lawyer. It's probably the opposite of a nurse. But my mom is a nurse. And we hear reports of nurses and other professionals going to certain countries and really being exploited. Like people retaining their documents, working for miserable wages, working under conditions that are not proper. So this is a problem around the world, and the World Health Organization also has a code of practice, and we're working with them on how to implement that outside the United States. So as I said, we don't want TrueMerit to be a single issue organization, a little bit like a US-centric organization like was CGFMS. That's why we changed our name. We want to be a global organization. We want to offer support to nurses in several areas and anywhere. That's why our slogan is Care Anywhere. And just to finish my short speech, let me illustrate how we're going about doing this. So today, I'm replacing our President and Chief Executive Officer, who unfortunately wasn't able to make it because he's in New York for the start of the United Nations General Assembly. And we think that working together with the United Nations, with the International Council of Nurses, with the International Office for Migration, with all these organizations is very important. Because we want to serve the world's nurses. Why? Because nurses and other health professionals, of course, are the ones that provide care, that guarantee the safety and the satisfaction and the health of people around the world. This is a very important job that you have. It's not like us lawyers that just do policies and laws. That helps no one, right? You are the ones taking care of people. And if you don't have the tools, how can you be empowered? So you need to engage. You need to educate, and continuously educate to be empowered. These are the themes of this conference, right? Engage, educate, empower. And it's only by working in partnerships that we can really get the most of it. And one of our most important partners, I have to say, is NIDA. And so we are counting on you as nurses to provide the care, and we are counting on NIDA to help us in this journey that we want to be global. So, thank you very much.
Thank you for sharing that information and your insights. So I have a question. When you say the nurse can work anywhere with the certification, does that mean like it's like license to practice?
No, it's not. Sorry.
You don't have to be sorry.
When we say a global certification, it means that you have another instrument, another tool at your disposal for your career. Because when you get an education somewhere, in a university, it also doesn't give you a license. Right?
Yes.
For the license, you need whatever requirements of that country. So those are two different things. License requirements, not necessarily. But the global certification serves the purpose of the visa screen criteria. So when you take the exam for the global nurse certification, what they call the nurse qualifying exam, that is enough for the purpose of the visa screen for the United States.
Got you. So thank you. Thank you.
I have a quick question. Thank you so much for sharing your insights. So is it like evaluation of your background, like what WES does? Evaluation of your certificate or your degrees. Is it equivalent to that? Will you give equivalency? If I get a BSM from India, will it be like equivalency that the true merit will do that for it? Can be.
Yes, True Merit does evaluation and certification and comparability of degrees, not just from India, from anywhere in the world. So the most known company in this area is WES, the World Education Services, but we do a similar work as well. So we do have that tool available.
Thank you. I'm Sarah Gabriel, and I worked with Alliance before they started as a task force onwards. I have a question regarding the 70 professionals you put together to create the forum to come up with the standards of the global training. because when the issue was like if you're creating standards globally to be true for the whole globally for the world, India should have been part of it, a big part, because we produce a lot of nurses. So, I mean, I would like you to check that for us.
I was not part of that process, but I can get you that information.
Thank you,
Yes.
thank you. If you don't, we do appreciate you looking into our community to pick, because there's a lot of talented, credentialed nurses, leaders, so they need to be part of that.
Definitely.
Thank you.
Good morning. I have one question. Is there a motion to replace CGFNS with true merit? If so, what are you going to do with the people who already have CGFNS certification from back home?
Oh, nothing changes in that respect. I mean, we're the same organization. CGFNS is now True Merit. So any kind of documents, certifications, visa processes that were issued by CGFNS are still valid. It doesn't change. For example, we informed USCIS and the immigration services here about our changing of our name, so it's not a problem.
Okay. I'm asking because there's a lot of nurses who did the CGFNS exam way before, due to the immigration purpose, the delay, they were not able to come to the country. I know a few of them still working to get here. I needed to know, do they need to do anything differently, or is the process the same?
No, it's the same process. It's just a change of name. We were CGFNS, now we are called True Merit. It's exactly the same process. Exactly, it's still valid whatever you did in the past. It's just that from now on, instead of having CGFNS on your paper, you will have True Merit on your paper. Same deeds and everything, the agreement system.
Is the name officially changed?
Yes.
When was that happened?
That happened in March this year.
This year, March.
Yes, it's very recent. That's why most people are still not.
Because that is one of the criteria to get a job if you are a foreign nurse in the Veterans Affairs. So in the past they are asking for CGFNS certificate. But I just want to know, do we need to do something differently?
Yes. You know.
Thank you so much.
I didn't understand you.
Good morning, my name is Bridget. Could you please explain the current visa screening process so that we can help our fellow nurses from other parts of the world?
Can you speak a little bit louder, sorry?
Would you please explain the current visa screening process so that we can help the nurses, our fellow nurses from other parts of the world?
Just this morning I woke up, I saw on the news that President Donald Trump signed a executive order setting a fee of $100,000 for H-1B visas per year. So if you come with an H-1B visa for 3 years, now you have to pay $300,000. Just this morning. So when people ask me, what is the process? I don't know. From now on, honestly, we don't know. Things may change today, tomorrow. H-1B visas, the cap was reached in June. No more. So, EB3 visas, yes, you can still apply for them. But the recognition for India is 12 years. 12 years. I never lived 12 years in the same place. Never in my life. So it's really, really difficult basic process is or should be, you want to come to the United States, you apply for a visa, either an EB3 or an H1B. The visa requirements asks you to show that you have the necessary credentials, that you are a nurse, basically. And that's the part that we do. We issue a report saying, yes, this person is a nurse, has the credentials for this profession, and then it's up to the government to issue the visa or not. So we do not issue visas. That's not the role of Germany. That's the government. What we do is certify that the person asking for a visa meets the requirements to do the profession, be a nurse, be a therapist. The problem with the visas is totally on the government side. They have a limited number of visas. The current administration has a policy to restrict immigration, so we don't know what's going to happen. And I'm sorry, that's the only answer that I can give you about the process of getting a visa at this moment.
Thank you for clarifying that. We have one more question.
I have a question. I just want to know this new certification which you sent, the global certification, does it replace the CTFNS certification, which was a requirement for visa screening process?
It does replace the exam we had. It's this nurse qualifying exam. It's slightly different, but it does not replace in the sense if you got that certification before, that's still valid. Now, the global certification program itself is completely new, has nothing to do with the concept. It's just the exam that you take that I think is slightly different. But again, I'm not an expert on these issues, but I can give you the contact of an expert in our organization that can tell you a little bit better what those changes were.
Okay, thank you. My question is for the future nurses who would like to come, because I came myself taking the CDFNS exam in 2002. So that was a requirement for immigration at that time, the green card processing. So I know for sure that it was the requirement for the visa screen process. So I just want to know for the future nurses who are in foreign countries to come to this country, is that global certification meets the criteria for visa screening process? Or
Yes, if you took the exam, for example, if you took the exam last year, it's still valid. It's still, that does not change. Again, whatever you did with CGFNS in the past, that's all valid. That's perfectly good for. It's just a new tool. Again, it's a new tool. It's in addition to this, we issue a full certification that, for example, can be useful if you're trying to go to Germany or to Saudi Arabia, whatever. So for the US, it's not a problem with the visa scheme. It's all the same.
thank you.
Well, thank you so much, and